Our power just went out, and this is the perfect time to use something we just got not long ago, and that is this fire log from Pine Mountain. This is a Java log, and it is a coffee fire log, and it's made from recycled coffee grounds. I've never heard of such a thing. I thought this was quite fascinating. It says here on the wrapper it's supposed to burn up to 4 hours. We're going to test that right now because it's getting cold in here and we need some warmth. So let's start this thing up. So you make sure you put the Pine Mountain logo straight out like that, and then there are 3 spots back there to light it with. So that's what we're going to do now. Oh, and I completely cleaned out the fireplace because it says it's supposed to, what was it, 75% less particle matter. So we want to see if this leaves less residue down here or less charcoal and dust than our Duraflame logs that we've been using. So let's get this started here. All right, now it's starting to burn, and I hear a little noise in there. So as soon as you start it, you're actually supposed to close the fireplace screen, but we're going to leave it open just for a minute and see this start. So we'll check back as soon as these coffee grounds have started. So the fire log seems to have caught, and I'm hearing just a little bit of a sizzle in it. As far as I know, you're not supposed to smell coffee, so we're also going to test that out as well. We are about an hour into this burn, and as you can see down here near the bottom, there's really not a lot of ash. In fact, I find it funny, there is a little bit of the label still left. So it's got a good flame going, and about 2.5 feet away, you can still feel heat. Very far into the room, you can't feel a lot of heat. At first, I was concerned that there wasn't going to be heat. Let's check in at 2 hours. Here we are at about hour 2, and there is still a little bit of label on the log. I find that really funny. I've noticed that the right side has burned down a little bit more than left side, but every log is going to vary. And at about 3 feet away, maybe 3.5 feet, I feel nice and warm here. One last thing is still not a lot of debris at the bottom of the fireplace. So we'll check back next hour. Here we are at about hour 4, and as you can see, there's a little bit more residue in the bottom of the fireplace. The label has now burned down, and that right side is still kind of burning down quicker than the left side. At about 4 feet out, I'm feeling nice and warm, and it has been kind of helping warm the house just a little bit. It was only recently that a little bit of a smell started coming and wafting through the air. There has been no smell of the coffee though, so that's kind of cool, but generally this has been a smell-free log. Here we are at hour 4, and this is what it looks like. We still have a big chunk over here on the left. We have a right side that broke apart and fell down. Every once in a while, a little bit of flame wants to pop up, and most likely if I use this poker and jab around, we might see some flame pop up here. There's a lot of sparks. It kind of breaks apart pretty easily, but we're at that 4 o'clock hour, as I said, what the log is rated for, and so there is definitely a lot of embers in there. I saw a little bit of a flame, so it looks like this log is right about on the money. When it says 4 hours, you might be able to get just a little bit of extra time out of it, but I'm not seeing any flames popping up after moving it around. So I like this log. I think it works well. It's nice and warm right now over here. I did notice a little bit of a smell over the last 30 minutes or so, and as you may be able to see, there's a fair amount of smoke going right up the chimney, and so there's a little bit of smoke in the room as well. But I like the log. I think it works well.